Today, footballers' fashion, expensive designer clothes.
Yeah.
A lot of it, in my opinion, is short.
I don't mind him having better fashion sense than me, but
Whoa, that's outrageous.
Ben White.
On the collar, almost like earrings.
What?
Mate,
You can't just make up like
I haven't made it up.
to shave it in the change room before the game.
Shut up.
Do you not remember?
It's the worst haircut ever, but it's like he's won the World Cup in that haircut.
That's very
what can
true.
you say?
What's the worst thing you've ever worn?
So there's zero that I actually like.
She was like, you need to take that off right
Yeah.
now. You look like you're going to headbutt me. It just
Yeah.
doesn't-
Yeah, I don't care that he wears it.
Yeah,
I just think
you-
it looks terrible.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
yeah.
Yes, people, welcome back to Ball Talk. My name is Noah, and I'm here with footballers Lewis and Ken. This is one of our insight episodes where we find out everything about the footballing world from these two. We've done training grounds, subs bench, team bus, holidays, contracts. Today, footballers' fashion. Boys, as you can hear, I'm a bit ill. I'm feeling pretty rough, yet I still managed to look better than both of you. So, to determine
That's
who has the
outrageous.
worst fashion sense out of you two, we're doing a quiz.
Okay.
I mean, this is official, right? If you lose this, you have the worst fashion sense.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to trust you. We're not going to write it down. I'm going to trust you to have your answer, and then you can both say it to me. So no copying what the other one says
Oh, okay,
first.
right, yeah.
Question 1. What does LBD stand for?
LBD.
Yeah, don't say it out loud. Just tell me when you've got your answer.
I ain't got a clue. I'm lost.
Hey, this is they don't know women, clearly.
Oh, no, mate, you're going to have to tell me.
No answer?
Nah, mate.
No answer?
I don't think a lot of people know this.
Little black dress.
What?
Mate,
You can't just make
you-
up like
I haven't made it up. If you know women, you know little black dress.
So what is L?
LBD.
What does
I said, you want your
LRD stand for?
tonight. No,
Little red dress.
no, that's not a thing. No, I'm not having it.
You just
0-0.
Okay.
Right, question 2. What is a cravat?
I know what that is.
Have you got any answer?
I don't know.
I think.
Why did that? Obviously, I know that's not made up, but a cravat.
None of it's made up.
I know, but no, I don't know. No.
Okay, what's a cravat?
Isn't that like a tie?
Oh, do I give you it? It's the little like.
Is it a one
neckerchief
piece?
that posh people wear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get that.
Okay.
Wait,
Otherwise, we
what?
just end up
Sorry?
on zero.
You know, like when posh people wear like a bit of silk around their neck and they tie it up.
Yeah, like a
I thought you said.
necktie.
Oh, you said tie. did
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
I thought you said tights.
No. I meant.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah.
give him it. That's fine.
All right, you can have that. It's close.
1-0.
Shocking. At the minute, you've got the worst fashion sense.
Fucking happy with that.
Number 3. What 2 items are mixed in jeggings? Have you got an answer?
I think so.
Okay, I'll go first. You can't copy, but I trust you.
Jeans and leggings.
Yeah, that's
Is that
what I
what
was
you'd
gonna say. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
You
that's,
both get a point.
that one's pretty easy.
So, 2-1.
Get confident.
2-1 at the minute.
2-1.
What footballer very famously wore a sarong?
David Beckham.
Oh.
Oh, I shouldn't have said it. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Were you going to
you?
say?
I would have taken me 10 seconds, but I would have got there, but
Hey,
I
we'll
wouldn't
give
have
you
have
it.
shouted that.
Okay, yeah.
You-
Maybe you should have a timer.
VAR,
First person.
I'll give you it,
Okay, sorry.
but it's close.
Yeah, go on.
2-2,
Last one.
last question. We might have to have a tie-break question. Question number 5. What type of footwear is a brogue?
Okay.
Type of footwear.
Type of footwear.
Well, I know.
Okay, hang on. I know you're excited.
I mean, I know what a brogue is, but what do you mean by type of footwear?
Like, is it like... Oh, I don't know how to say it without giving you the answer.
No, just say.
Yeah, say
just say what you
would-
think.
They're like just them smart shoes with.
Yeah,
I was going to say shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
okay.
Right, you both get a point.
Okay, so that's 3-all.
That's 3-all.
Tick
All right,
quicker.
whoever gets this one quickest
Okay.
wins,
Yeah.
and the loser has the worst fashion sense. here.
Okay, let's go.
You ready?
Yeah.
What does D&G stand for?
DNG.
D and G.
DNG.
Yeah.
Ain't that Dolce & Gabbana?
Boom.
Oh wow, I wasn't even
Boom.
thinking brands.
Boom.
I was thinking like
black
red
dress,
dress.
Best fashion sense, fact. Second best, worst.
I mean,
feel-
I don't mind him having better fashion sense than me, but
Whoa, that's outrageous.
no, okay.
Speaking
I've
of
lost.
which, footballers
Yeah.
and fashion. Why has it become such a big thing?
I mean, I don't know. It's you go back like 20 years ago, and it was only the Mavericks that were really going out there with what they were going to wear. You know, wearing outlandish stuff, pushing the boat out of more fashionable stuff, more outrageous stuff. David Beckham was a good example.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, you come 20 years later to today, and it's more everyone's doing that, and the odd one out is the person that's not wearing the the outlandish stuff. The person who's just wearing plain clothes. So I don't know really. I think maybe social media is probably a big impact to that. People want to look better. They know a lot of people are watching them on TV. A lot of people are watching them turn up to training these days. Stuff like that probably makes a difference.
I think the football culture has changed as a whole. Like when you go back to, let's say, David Beckham times, there would have been such a negative image of players that focus too much on what they're wearing. I think at the time it would have been just perform, come to training in whatever.
Yeah.
Work hard, go home. Nothing. Even if you drove a fancy car, you'd probably be looked at
It's true, isn't it?
You would have got some stick for that. You just got stick for everything.
Stuff in your hair before games.
Yeah.
Yes,
You wouldn't catch, I don't know, Skulls doing that. But these days, everyone on the TV, they've all got gel in their hair.
I was going to say, imagine Roy Keane.
Ronaldo used to get stick when he first came to United for the
but that's what I mean. You get the odd Mavericks that do it.
There would be one guy that's him, and the rest would be really giving him a stick. Whereas I guess you get enough people doing it over time, and it's changed now, and it's a lot more acceptable. You still get comments and stuff, but no one's gonna think if you put effort into how you dress to come training, no one thinks that correlates to poor performances anymore. I think everyone's kind of accepting of players can just be themselves.
Because I think that was it. It was no effort. It was just training tracksuits, wasn't it? You turn up training tracksuits. Now people are coming in 400 grand outfits. Imagine Roy Keane the next day when David Beckham wore that sarong and headbands.
Yeah. That's why he left. He went Madrid.
So he could do that. Yeah. Talking of footballers with good fashion sense, have you ever looked up to, or have you ever thought that footballer looks good?
Looks good. I don't know. There's loads. I think most footballers dress well these days. The ones we see, the big profile players, all dress decent. I think some of them do wear outrageous stuff.
Yeah.
Who was it that come in? It was I think it was on that Footballer Fits page where someone was basically wearing a skirt into training.
It's
basically what it looked like. I can't remember who it was.
Calvert-Lewin did a fashion shoot in a skirt, didn't he?
Yeah,
and everyone was into
what's going on there? That's
You're not a fan of it?
A skirt.
See, this is the thing, right? I'm just all about. I think fashion is the biggest way you can express yourself if you don't know people, right?
True.
No,
so
yeah,
if you want to wear a
that's
skirt,
definitely
wear
true.
a fucking skirt.
No, yeah, I don't care that he wears it. I just think it looks terrible.
Okay, that's fair enough. Boys, as footballers, do you wear grip socks?
Yeah, I do. I've always wore grip socks when I played, just to stop your foot sliding around in the boot. It makes a big difference compared to when you're wearing the the standard long socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, they help massively in preventing blisters and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I'm a big fan.
I think blisters is a massive thing. I found that on hard AstroTurf. These have been an absolute godsend. And these are Fit Knit grip socks. If you want to get your own, you can use code BT10 for 10% off. Head over there now and grab yourselves. Is there anyone that you can pick out?
No, like Lewis said, there's a lot. Most players probably dress fairly well. They've got the budget.
James Maddison, I like the way he dresses.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, James Maddison.
I've always looked at kind of the first one I noticed was Hector Bellerin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to go for it.
He's like the model, isn't it?
He was decent.
Yeah, I think I remember at the time
Especially
I was still in skinny jeans, and Hector Bellerin rocks up in a 95 Real Betis shirt tucked into his baggy jeans. I thought that's sick, and I literally 2 days ago I ordered the 95 Real Betis shirt. But yeah, I think a lot of them do it nowadays. So you don't think that it's just the big ballers dress up for social media? Do you think now everyone, even National League, and people rocking up in garms?
Not to training, no, not to train. The odd person might, but not really. It's not. I think there's probably an element of social media.
Yeah, of course.
Because we wouldn't rock up to training in front of cameras and stuff, so everyone just comes in. If we did, then people would probably think about what they're wearing a lot more, just knowing it's going around. The players, it's a thing now where when they're coming in, the cameras are there and stuff, and they know it's going to end up in Footballer Fits.
Yeah.
If you know this whatever you're wearing today is going to be on Footballer Fits, you're not going to just rock
on
up
the club's YouTube, the arrivals. That's a big thing now.
So naturally, you will just try and wear something better. So that probably plays a big part. Obviously, some players just like to dress up as well. But I'm sure a lot of them wouldn't really care so much if the cameras weren't on them. Because at the end of the day, you're coming to training.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to change into your training gear, train, and then go home.
Yeah. I see a lot more, especially even the last 5 years, of young players who have just, let's say, just started earning a better money, and they splash on clothes and wear them into training. Which, I don't know, it's like, I've always been the fan of, with cars, clothes, that you always dress in terms of how, like, I wouldn't be a first year pro who's never played a Premier League game rocking up in a I don't know, a Rolls Royce or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or wearing $5,000 outfit to training. I feel like you should almost dress appropriate to how far up you are, your level as a footballer.
It's just easier said than done for some people, isn't it? Because it's 100% correct. Like, it doesn't make sense for a first year pro who's never, let's say, played for Arsenal, driving the same car as Kai Havertz or wearing the same, like you said, $5,000 in outfits to training. It doesn't make sense.
But for the youngsters, you think there's a big element of like, oh, they're wearing
that's what
that,
I'm saying. So it's easier said than done. Like, some of them will just, like, literally, like you said, see, he's wearing that, I want to be him. And
it's trying to fit in.
But
they're not. You've got to earn.
I mean, they've got the money, but
that's what I mean. You've got the money, but you've not got the.
No,
you've not achieved.
Because there's a thing with designer clothes.
Yeah.
Right, and we're talking like expensive designer clothes.
Yeah.
A lot of it, in my opinion, is shit.
I actually agree.
But I think there's a lot of industries that do this, like art, right? Wine, steaks, ridiculous prices for a lot of them.
Yeah,
you can get a piece of art for $200 and it's a piece of paper, and people are like, oh, that's it. But you've bought that because it's $200, and you can say it was $200.
Yeah,
I think that a lot of fashion these days, designer fashion, is just so you can say, yeah, this top was $2,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
But then I tend to think the better dressed players or people in general, it's less to do with brands. Like, you might not even know what brand they're wearing. It's because the actual outfit,
the quality and the look
and the look of it fits well.
Yeah.
The people that just go for like the biggest brand, then it's like Gucci plastered all over your chest. Like, it's not usually the best looking outfit, and that would be literally because it's $2,000.
Yeah,
let's buy that. I can say I've got a $2,000 t-shirt.
But it has changed. I think in like society that's happening less.
Yeah, I think people
realise it.
It doesn't actually mean it's that good.
Because if everyone's got them, then it's not as like special.
Yeah,
because everyone it just seems like everyone
can wear designer.
Yeah, people can get fakes.
Yeah,
but I do think as well, like you mentioned, let's say paintings. I think a painting to someone who's not into art can look just, what is that? Why is that $200? But then if you've I don't know, you're a massive studier of paintings, it could be like, oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And who it's painted by, like, it does make a big difference if it's painted by someone who's world renowned, one of the best painters in the world, regardless of what it looks like.
Yeah,
to me, like,
you think the same as fashion as well.
Yeah, like if you've got a big fashion designer, like, I don't know, whoever you want to name, Louis Vuitton, like you just understand that the name that they, not just the label, but like the name that they hold in the fashion industry.
Yeah.
Holds weight.
Yeah, it holds weight, I suppose. So if you're into fashion, then
I have this discussion with my brother. Right, he's gonna get a shout out. He's done well for himself in life, and he likes clothes.
Yeah.
Right, whatever you want to spend on. This is why my thing is like, if you like buying that, buy it.
Yeah.
At his wedding in Mykonos, we went out for dinner one night. My other brother was there too, and he's come in this LV shirt, silky LV number, right? Blue, it had LV all over it.
Yeah.
And I was like, again, if he wants to wear it, he wants to wear it. I buy stuff, this is £20 from Primark, right? And he says, why are you wearing that shit? This shirt, we only realised about half an hour into the night, had on the collar almost like earrings. And it was the L and it was the V.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And we only realised half an hour in, and we continued to rinse him all night. And it was a very expensive shirt.
I rate that.
And he's not worn it since.
He's not worn it since?
No
way.
So I don't even
you rattled him?
Yeah, we rattled him. I'm in his head. I don't even think he liked it that much. Because it was LV and it had some little dangly jewels on it.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's why I think fashion is do what you want, but do what you want.
Yeah.
Don't go everyone will like this LV shirt.
No,
I think it does in football. It does, like, people definitely do just copy trends.
Yeah.
People copy trends, especially when the foreign players, they will dress a bit different.
I think they started it in a way.
Yeah.
Like Italians coming over to England.
Yeah.
Italians know
I reckon
fashion.
if the Premier League just stayed English,
we'd still be in
we'd
like
still everyone be wearing like what like Rooney was wearing back in 2004.
Do you remember that picture of who was it? Like I think it was Rooney.
That's the one I'm talking about. Rooney, Ferdinand,
and they're all just in like
skulls.
Either like just shirts that didn't fit
so
them,
funny.
like really, really big jeans, like not like the trendy baggy ones, but like they just didn't fit them. And I'm just thinking like these are all multi-millionaires at the time, and
but didn't know how to dress. Yeah,
they didn't know how to dress. Like it'd probably still be there, wouldn't it?
That I reckon an influx of players from different places probably brought different ideas, and people clock on. Like
English aren't the most fashionable.
Yeah,
you know, if we go to the roots.
Yeah, no. There's that picture of Rooney on holiday with he's got that white vest on,
Rooney's
shorts, and the massive lolly. Do you remember that?
Oh
one?
yeah,
that's a good one.
That's I love pictures like that though, because like
times changed, didn't it? Because we would have worn stuff 10 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Look back now, which we'll get onto in a bit, and you probably look like a horror.
100%.
I mean, it's changed with managers as well.
Yes.
You look at gaffers 20 years ago. It was either a tracksuit or a proper suit.
Yeah.
It was one or the other. It would never interchange really. But these days it's sort of smart casual or whatever you want.
Arteta come to mind, don't they? A little turtleneck and a trouser.
Like it's anything. It's suits, it's tracksuit, it's whatever you want now. Which it's just moved with the times as the players have.
Do you think that reflects on what kind of manager you are? If you're wearing a tracksuit, does that mean you're training with the team? If you're in a suit, are you manager and don't piss me off?
I don't think so. I think it's personal preference.
Okay.
I think
Arteta is training with the team. Like there's clips of him on the pitch,
wearing a tracksuit.
but then he's not wearing a tracksuit.
Yeah.
I think, I think it's more to do with like if you're a manager that doesn't like to dress up and doesn't like to think about what you're going to wear, you would just wear your club tracksuit because it's just easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you like to dress up in general, like in your own life as well, then you might put more effort into what you wear on a match day because you know you're in front of millions of eyes. So it's probably more to do with that.
Yeah, I don't think it changes whether they're a manager or a coach. I think they do need to think about how they present themselves to their players. Like how do you want to come across to your players? Because at the end of the day, you need them to listen to you, to follow out your instructions, to respect you. If you turn up in something that they're all like taking a piss out of, it might not go down be the best route to get the best out of your team, would it?
That's very true.
So you've got to have a conscious effort of what you're wearing. I think as a manager, I just don't agree with the suits. I don't get that. No, I don't get it. Why are you doing suits?
I don't think it's a problem.
What? It's just like they're playing.
It's too smart.
It's too smart. They're playing right. They come in half time. They're all like in a football kit, all sweaty, and then you just come in trying to be on the same page with them in a suit. Like I just don't really
You're
get
the gaffer,
You feel like
yeah, but you're the gaffer. But it's
like
not,
you're their boss.
You're not in a boardroom.
Like,
you're not in a meeting.
Yeah.
You're not up. You're not like you're in a football match in a changing room. Why are you wearing a suit with brogues?
There you go.
Yeah.
We know what they are.
I know. Yeah.
Right. 3 options. What manager are you? Are you tracksuit? Are you smart casual? Are you suit? You have to choose one of them for the rest of your managerial career.
I'm smart casual. I like
trouser and a jumper.
Pep Arteta.
What level am I managing at?
Prem.
Yeah.
Suit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Suit.
Going for
I
it.
don't agree with that.
Like James Bond.
Going for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm in the Prem, If I'm lower down, smart casual. I wouldn't be a tracksuit manager
No, neither would I.
Do you not?
No,
I was thinking tracksuit manager.
unless it was Sunday League.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rock up to Sunday League as a manager in like a turtleneck.
You do look cool out when a ball gets hoofed and you're in a
And you
suit
can
and
bring it
brogue,
down.
so
Yeah.
you bring it down with hands still in pocket.
Like what?
Yeah.
So Ancelotti, you're not rating it.
Nah, like
I think
rate it when he's got a
certain
cigar.
managers earn it as
No,
well.
no,
If
yeah,
you're an Ancelotti, you can't tell me that Ancelotti looks
In a
like
tracksuit.
it looks
but
too
he's
much.
like I get it. He's older.
Yeah.
He's had decades as a manager.
Yeah.
He's won whatever he wants. But if who's the
I think
what's
if
the
I was
Brighton manager's
starting
name?
out, I would probably.
Brighton manager's name, the 31-year-old. Anyway,
Yeah,
he's a young manager, not managing very long. If he wore a suit and I was the player, I don't know. I just feel a bit disconnected.
That's really interesting. You disagree?
Yeah. No, I hear that. I
Okay.
think if I just started out at 30 and I was managing,
Yeah.
I'd probably ease myself. I'd probably go smart casual. But like if I was a 40, 50-year-old manager and had been managing,
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel like if I wore a suit, I'd be doing too much.
Who is the best dressed manager in today's game?
Ooh.
And who's the worst dressed?
It's Pep and Arteta.
The best.
I'm not rating Pep that much.
No, Pep's gone off
You're
it.
not?
He's too
Nah.
stressed. Like he's
just
getting
rough now, low
holes in
key.
his jumper. Like,
Yeah, do you not remember
baggy
that
round the
weird,
neck.
like 2 years ago, that weird hoodie he kept wearing, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like
do.
that.
Yeah, I
I
do.
think he's fallen off.
Arteta's got to be up there for one of the cleanest looking, I think.
Yeah. He's got an aura about
Yeah,
him,
but
definitely.
the hair helps.
True.
Yeah, they're what a barnet,
Crisp.
by the way.
True.
Lego.
Yeah, we'll get onto hair in a
True.
minute.
It's Lego.
Who's the worst dressed manager?
I think Tony Pulis just comes to mind.
Yeah, it's going to be like a
It's going to be like a Neil Warnock or Tony Pulis,
Yeah.
but in the Prem, I don't really know.
They kind of all dressed. You
right
only go
now.
them three, don't you? You've got tracksuit.
Yeah,
you've got
no
smart
one
casual.
goes anything out of that.
No one's going like what Declan Rice wears. No one's going like cargos and a baggy tee, are they?
No, exactly.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, no, no, they're not. I think them Arteta's definitely up there as the best. As the worst, I don't know.
It's going to be one of the old.
I'm going to say one of the people that wear tracksuits.
I'd go
'cause that's
David
too
Moyes.
safe.
You're not about it?
David Moyes. He wears a tracksuit, doesn't he?
Okay.
Yeah. And then he just comes to the press interview after in a suit.
And his hair. Does he actually? Does he wear?
Have you not noticed that? Last season I clocked it. He'd wear his exactly. That's
See
what
what I mean?
didn't get.
But the suit makes sense for the press conference, but I don't get why you change.
He would wear his tracksuit in the dugout and
But
then
that's
come out
proper old school.
and wear a suit to come out
Yeah.
just for the press.
Yeah, but I kind of think that might be the way to do it.
But like that makes sense. That backs my point that you shouldn't wear a suit for when you're on the side of the pitch coaching and in the change room.
Oh, okay.
No,
yeah,
I get that, but
that's
then
really interesting.
I would just wear my
Stay-
tracksuit
wear
out
it.
to
Yeah.
the press as well because
Yeah, no,
Where do we stand on the Arsene Wenger coat?
yeah. Well,
Debate?
he
That's,
just
that's a classic.
he just got rinsed for it for years, didn't he? But
just
Sleeping
that was 'cause of
bag.
the zip.
I don't
yeah.
think it was a bad look.
No, it wasn't
really.
a bad look. It was just a zip because he
needed
could
a
never put it
zipper
on. Yeah.
Or put his hand in the pocket. Have you seen that one? Yeah.
It was those two, so yeah.
That
No,
is
but
good.
other than that,
It looks alright.
It looks right, yeah.
Right, we mentioned Arteta's hair.
Yeah.
Haircuts in football. That seems like it's been a massive talking point over the years. Who's had iconic haircuts, whether they're good or bad? Because haircuts come under fashion.
You got to say David Beckham
There's two that come to mind.
He's had many.
because he's had
He's
yeah.
had
You've
many.
got to say that.
David Beckham's had probably the best and the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
David
yes.
James is another one.
Yes.
But I feel like if you have a bad haircut and then you're banging in goals every week,
No one cares.
it almost becomes a good
Like
haircut.
Ronaldo's
This is
Brazilian Ronaldo's
my point.
OG.
The-
No, you couldn't say
Listen,
nothing.
he
It's
had a-
iconic. It's
he
the
had-
worst haircut ever, but it's like he's won the World Cup in that haircut.
That's very
What can you
true.
say?
He literally had a wedge at the front of his forehead.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And no one really cared. Like at the
You
start of
couldn't
it, I was
say
like,
nothing.
what was that? But he was
Scored goals
record
and
numbers.
won
Yeah.
in the World
So
Cup
it
that
doesn't
same
matter.
year. So
I saw some kid go to World Book Day as him,
Yeah.
and the
That's so
parents actually
sick.
shaved the patch into
That's
his
so
head.
sick.
But then let me say, I don't know, who's a striker that's not really performing as well. If it was like a Andy Carroll, right, who had a wedge at the front of his head, he's getting ruined. And it's like, there's no forgiveness. There's no like, he's all right, because he's not at the status of Ronaldo.
Yeah,
So it does
it is a good point. That
does matter how good you are on the pitch.
Yeah, I've always thought Andrea Pirlo,
Yeah. Like,
midfield
He had the
maestro
s-
with
the same
the
classic,
long
yeah.
Italian.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was decent.
Diego Forlan with the Alice band.
yeah.
So you like long hair then?
I used to have long hair, and I tried the Alice band.
Yeah.
I'd got a pink one for some reason. I was like, let's get a
Pink
proper
one.
Alice band. I wore it Sunday League, had a stinker, and just got rinsed. And that was that only. I think
you
I put
just
it
had to-
straight in
to
the
take
pink.
it
So I
off.
was like, these midfielders with long hair and an Alice band, they're playing good football.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
do
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Again,
at all.
though, it's like everyone is doing a bit with their hair these days, whereas
Yeah.
before they didn't, did they? David Beckham was the first in both sense, the hair, the fashion, everything. Like how many
Absolute
different
trailblazer, actually, wasn't he?
Yeah, how many different haircuts has he had? Like 10,
How many
20,
do you
lot, a
think?
lot.
Yeah, he was shaved.
shaved, yeah, cornrows,
He had the
Cornrows.
long with the Alice band,
yeah,
Different
cornrows,
Yeah, it's mad.
short back and sides. He's had
short back sides.
he's
He
had
had
like
curtains at one point.
curtains, bleach blonde. He's gone dark. He's gone everything,
But
man.
we're getting up to double figures.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah,
easily over his
But
career.
he could do
easy.
it, like
Yeah.
you say, because even if his trim was bad,
yeah,
he was balling out.
yeah, and he's good looking as well.
At the
Yeah.
time, he got stick for it though.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
cool.
He,
yeah.
As good as he was,
From the players
he
as
still
well.
got like. It was still people trying to say he was doing too much. I feel like
Yeah.
now we're looking back and it's like you almost rate it
Yeah.
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
times
yeah.
have come. But at the time, it wasn't easy for
Do you,
him.
do you remember he what was it? He turned up with it was in the Beckham documentary. He turned up with some crazy hair. I don't know if it was cornrows or like a mohawk or something. And he's come in with a hat on. And then because he didn't want Alex Ferguson to find out,
Oh no,
so he's been asked to take his hat off. He just said you got to
Yeah,
shave
yeah.
it. He had to shave it in the change room before the game.
shut
Yeah.
up.
Do you not remember?
No,
He had to shave it, so he just went. That's probably why he went skinhead. He had to. So Alex said,
it was brave to do it in that United team.
"Yeah, that is
That,
the worst
that
thing."
yeah,
bold.
he was brave at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
But they're all these days. When Saka, not that long ago, put some blonde tips, didn't he?
Yeah.
He then didn't score for a few games, and everyone,
Everyone
was
was
like,
like,
"You need to
he's-
change it
yeah,
back."
yeah, he's got
Changed it
go.
back, started scoring again. So
Yeah.
maybe there's something in it.
What about Ben White? Ben White had his blonde
He's
hair
got
for like 2
egos,
days,
Yeah,
or like 2 weeks.
Didn't
Yeah.
last long.
Didn't
well,
last
he
long.
himself is a maverick of fashion,
Mm.
whether it's
Do you
good or
rate it?
not. I rate that he
Clothes.
does what he wants.
Hair, tan.
That's what I rate because he has had stick for that tan for probably 4 years now, and he still runs with it.
Yeah.
It's not what I would wear. There was a little two-piece number, short shorts, black shirt. He even had like a tied headband on holiday.
Yeah.
It's not for me, but he's doing it.
But I
That's
think
what I rate.
anything goes on holiday. I don't care what. Like, I think you can get away with all sorts on holiday. When it's hot, you can wear some crazy shirt, like you said, really short shorts. Or
Holiday shirt.
and you can just get like anything goes. There's no rules.
I
You
like
just
that.
fill your boots.
Pogba got a lot of stick at United.
Ah, yeah.
A lot of stick because his haircut changed every single week as
Yeah.
well. And
Again, United, they weren't at
Oh,
the best.
they were,
they weren't
and,
at
and
the
it
best.
wasn't
Yeah.
Beckham's United where they actually won stuff.
Yeah.
It was.
If you play
it
for
was-
United, just don't change anything.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
go
yeah,
there.
it gets difficult.
I remember he did a little blue streak.
Yeah, against
And then everyone
City.
was like,
Against City.
Yeah.
The game he scored 2 and stopped them scoring winning the league.
crazy.
Yeah, he had
D-
blue in his
yeah,
head that
that's
day.
bold.
Yeah,
I think your haircut can actually make you look a better player sometimes as well, or a worse player.
probably.
I'm thinking
Ah.
of Ronaldinho, where like he'll do two step overs and his hair's like flicking in
You're
the
like-
background, and it looks more silky and
Yeah,
of
course.
look more stylish, doesn't it?
Oh, when Odegaard plays a pass and he does his little hair flick.
Yeah,
Baller.
yeah, exactly. I think it can affect it.
I think so. And we're talking of footballers, right? This whole thing, and I think this is the industry where it's become most prevalent. Hairdressers flying out to footballers. I don't know if there's any other industry that happens. I think he's called A-Star Barbers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I love watching his videos because I think they're really cool. If I'm Jack Grealish on holiday and I want a hairdresser to fly out, what am I paying for? Am I paying for all his flights, accommodation, travel, and haircutting money on top?
Yeah.
Because if so, you're looking at $3,000 for a haircut. No?
Yeah, those barbers are laughing. Absolutely
yeah.
laughing.
No, they are in a seriously good position.
Yeah.
They're flying out. All
Always
expenses,
like business as well.
all
Always.
expenses paid for, all the hotel paid for, plus their actual wage, whatever they're getting paid
Yeah.
for the haircut, and it will be off 10, 15 footballers if they're going to, let's say, an international
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
Oh, you're saying they're doing it for all of them?
Well,
When they go to the camps, like
Yeah.
at
Right,
World
yeah,
Cup, for
okay.
example, then
Okay.
yeah, it'd be a lot of players.
they do more than one if they go into like a camp for sure. I've known a hairdresser to come in and set his chair up in the changing room.
Really?
Yeah, and cut a few of the lads' hair.
What are you paying for that?
Oh, he didn't cut mine, mate.
Ah.
I didn't pay for it. Yeah.
I just think it's mad to.
You're
I
paying
know
a lot,
they've
though.
got so
You're
much
paying a lot.
money.
They've
Yeah.
got
I
enough
know they've
money,
got so
though.
much money, but to go to your barber, I'll give you $5,000 to fly out to Spain and cut my hair. Wait 3 days, bro, and do it when you're home. Surely.
Yeah, but it's they're on TV.
These
it's
lot
like
are
4
seen
or
by
5 days.
millions every day. Like, you can kind of understand you want to be looking your best.
And it will just become a part of their routine now.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
like every week they'll have the barber there. Probably the day before a match is when they usually do it.
You're saying that every week they're getting a trim?
Most
Some
Prem
players,
footballers
yeah.
will
Well,
do, yeah.
most, sorry.
Unless you've got like the long hair, you don't need it. Do you?
Yeah.
Might just be a little touch up.
Wild. So, should become a barber for footballers is basically
Competitive
the dream
industry,
job,
though.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's only a few that do
it's,
it, isn't
it's
there?
more like you need to be friends with one of them, and then
Because
you can
those
get
guys
them
are
that way.
clean up all the players.
Yeah.
Like you just said,
Yeah.
they would just clean up all the players. It's not
Yeah.
like I could just start cutting hair now even if I was really good,
Yeah,
like he's already got these players. They're not going to just change.
Yeah, yeah.
and-
Just crazy. Imagine being a barber. Obviously, like we say, imagine being him.
yeah, it's a
And then
great job.
Declan Rice texts you, I don't know if he does, and says, "Can you fly out to France?
yeah,
I'll put you in business." Yes.
yeah.
You wouldn't
Obviously.
say no. Yeah.
I'd say yes. I don't know how to cut hair.
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, I'd learn on the fly.
The photographers are similar as well.
Yeah,
They get a similar sort of
yeah. So I know,
What do you mean
I know a few of
photographers?
them.
like on like holidays you see
Yeah.
players taking like
Lifestyle,
professional photos,
yeah,
or,
like-
or on nights out and stuff.
What, they're getting photographers in?
They're getting flown out to come and take
No.
pictures. Yeah.
So we had Max
Yeah.
Cheshire on this
Yeah, yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Probably like
Yeah,
good like half a year
that's
ago.
where I know about this. Yeah.
And he during the actual podcast when we were recording, he got a call off Victor Osimhen
Stop it.
saying he takes Victor's photos like during matches for lifestyle shoots as well, and he basically got a call saying, "Can you fly out to the AFCON final tomorrow to take pictures of me?"
That is crazy.
So little stuff like that, but that's
he flies everywhere for Victor Osimhen.
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
he?
he does everything for it.
everywhere.
So
That's insane.
yeah, so wherever he goes, he'll just follow him. But he'll probably do that for a few players. I know he does it for like Mo Gilligan, Maya Jama. So
Wow.
you're having a good you're having a good life there.
He's having a good life as well, for sure.
We're in
Go
the-
watch that episode.
Yeah, dude. I need to.
Yeah.
Trends, right? Because I think the biggest one at the minute is football tops.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think that is a
It's
massive
big.
thing at the minute.
Yeah,
I
for
think,
sure.
especially retro football tops.
Yeah.
With your cargos on.
Yeah.
I wear them a lot. I'm just about getting into the retro tops now. As footballers, surely you don't want to wear more football tops.
No.
Is that a conscious like?
Yeah, the only time I'd wear football tops would generally be if I'm lounging about the house and it's one of my old training tops.
Yeah.
That's what I'd
Really?
wear, or like, I might wear them to the gym as well. Like other than that, I won't go out wearing football tops.
So you're not chucking on a 90s Inter Milan
I mean,
jeans.
obviously it is a trend now, so I've even been like sent a few and stuff.
Yeah.
But like when they first came, I thought this is cool. I might actually wear them.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then when it comes down to, I'm like, I don't really need to wear a football shirt.
Is that because you don't like the trend, or
No,
you
because
wear
no,
football
I
tops
think
all
the trend
time?
looks cool, but
Yeah.
it's just you're wearing football stuff all the time. You know, when you're going
I like to
somewhere
dress
that's
up.
not
You
football.
like to dress up a bit nicer. I
Yeah, if
suppose.
you're going somewhere that's not football, you're kind of like, I'm not going to wear a football shirt again.
Yeah.
You also, I think, I don't know if it was the same for you, but if you're a player and then let's say I'm going somewhere that's non-football related, I'm not trying to remind everyone
it's
or
true.
like bring attention to the fact that
Very
I'm just
good point.
trying to be
Yeah.
normal for that day. So
Very
I
good
think if
point.
you're wearing a football shirt, it's almost just a reminder to you that.
Yeah, my pals like especially back when I was like playing every week, they used to be surprised of how little I talk about football when I was with them, my school pals.
Yeah.
Really?
But that's because you're talking about it all day at training, playing every day. Like same with not wearing the top. You want to get away from it a little bit when you can.
I guess it's like you both like dressing well, but especially for you, because half the week you're wearing football kits.
Yeah.
I don't wear football kits.
Exactly.
So then
it's
when I
almost a chance
come to
wear a
London, I
football
think
kit.
it's cool to wear
Yeah.
an old school Valencia shirt.
I think
and
it's.
cargos.
I think the
I
trend's
like
cool.
the look. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the trend's really cool, but
Thanks,
it literally comes down
Yeah.
to that fact that if you're wearing a football top every day,
Yeah,
on
no,
your day off, you don't want to wear a football top again.
I get that. What other trends are there?
I think
Fashion trends.
the thing I've noticed that the last few years, everything's just got a bit baggier,
Yeah.
a bit looser, and I'm actually a big fan of it.
Skinny jeans are gone. Like you
Yes.
can't.
It used to be like skinny jeans or
one
like
point,
tight.
yeah.
Everything was a bit better fitted.
Even jumpers and stuff were like tight and stuff.
it was tight. You'd wear even a plain top would be a bit tighter, but
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's getting baggier, and it feels better. I
It
prefer
definitely feels
Oh,
better.
Yeah,
definitely
for
feels
sure.
better.
I hope
yeah.
it sticks around, but as we know, it will just
Probably
go
just go
round.
back
So,
to-
That's the funny thing, because I've got older brothers, so they were kind of doing it before me. When I was wearing baggy jeans when I was younger, and they started wearing skinny jeans, I was like, "You like idiots."
Yeah.
A year later, I'm wearing skinny jeans,
Yeah.
and then it
Yeah.
happens again.
it's true. Yeah,
It's bizarre, isn't
it
it?
just goes around. So keep all your clothes, and then in 10 years
exactly.
it'll be good.
Because I think if I put on skinny jeans now, I wouldn't want to leave the house.
No, I wouldn't.
Like we used to wear, I don't know about you two, but like
Yeah, 100%.
skin tight
Everyone did.
jeggings.
It was
we used
mad.
to wear,
Yeah.
didn't we?
2016, wasn't it? Like
Yeah, if
2015.
you look back at the pictures, you'd be ashamed. Like some of the stuff were probably.
What's the worst thing you've ever worn?
Probably skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like.
Yeah, but looking back now, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
you look
skinny
back.
jeans.
There wouldn't be anything other than that. It'd only be probably something that was really maybe a super tight top as well.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
tight as well.
Who do you think is like in today's game? Because we spoke about like older players, Becks and all that, but who do you think the best dressed player or like top three in today's game?
Hector Bellerin, as I said.
Yeah.
I think just quality. I think Jude Bellingham
Oh, we haven't even spoke about that actually. Yeah.
dresses cool, and they had that thing the other day, didn't they?
Oh, they had the London Fashion Week
yeah,
at Arsenal Stadium. See that's where I draw the line. Where you said wear what you want, I draw the line. Because that London Fashion Week was outrageous. Like Declan Rice, I'm an Arsenal fan.
I thought Declan Rice's outfit was
I thought it
alright.
looked cool.
Yeah, I think it looked cool for the event.
He's not wearing it to
Exactly,
Nobu, right?
That's what I mean. Like, but
It looked cool for that, for the red.
That's
like,
what I mean. You're thinking it looks cool because it's like a special event.
That's all I'm saying.
they're
Yeah, you
almost
can't
meant
wear
to
that
look a
anywhere
bit-
else.
They're meant to look a bit
Oh, mate,
silly.
runways, some of it, when they wear like bin bags, they look stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
outrageous,
that's a drag. Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. But
But-
like what Declan Rice wore for that, I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty.
I mean,
alright.
that would London Fashion Week 10 years ago. You're not getting any footballers, would you?
No,
I'm pretty
No,
sure.
that is-
I mean, they'd
like-
probably try and they'd say no. They
Yeah.
think that like
It
way
has
this-
changed.
The
You
club's
get
PR
actors
would
and
be
stuff.
like the club's PR would be like, no way you're
Nah,
doing that.
yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
these days, you just mentioned Jude. He's
Yeah.
the like ambassador
Skims,
of Louis
isn't
Vuitton now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Skims. Kim
Skims.
Kardashian's, yeah.
Louis Vuitton, like he's a face of a fashion brand. He's
Yeah.
also a footballer.
Yeah.
That would never happen before.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it is just it's going completely in that direction.
That London Fashion Week at the Emirates came just after the Tottenham result, and people were saying,
Thank
if
God
they
we won.
did this
because
after
he
we
was
lost,
suspended as well.
yeah.
So
yeah.
imagine if Rice pulled
Yeah.
up in that.
I mean,
after being suspended
yeah.
and we lost.
I think the players like it. To be fair, if they told me to dress up like that, you'd almost like because it's a bit of like you can get away. Same with holidays. Anything goes.
Yeah.
So you do it, but he's obviously getting a good amount of dough as well. I reckon.
I quite like that. I thought it was quite cool in a football stadium, and they were styling like the Arsenal third kit, weren't they, with it? I think is quite cool.
Yeah. We didn't do our top three.
Top three.
Jude,
top
so
three.
you said Hector
Jude
Bellerin.
Hector Bellerin, Jude, and my last one.
What do you think of Jesse Lingard?
Not the worst.
He was one of the first of the modern.
Yeah.
Like he
modern
pushed
day.
it. Like he really went for it.
He even
It's
got his own brand, hasn't he? Has he?
Yeah, Jay Ling's in it, yeah. It's not for me, but again, this is the whole thing. He looks cool, right? If I wore what you wear now, a two-piece, I think I look like an idiot.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it depends on who you are.
I think people suit it.
I think it looks good.
No, you look good.
Really
That's what I'm saying.
Just getting out in here.
No, not at all. But what I'm saying is, I couldn't pull it off.
No, you're right. So you're just basically trying to think now.
All this jewellery you wear looks sick. I think I'd look like an East End dealer.
That's
what I mean?
That's a good. It's a good point. Like,
not everyone can wear everything.
Yeah, because I've gone down the jewellery route before, and I've wore it for a couple of weeks because I've always liked the look of it on people. And I wore it, and you just don't feel right, and you feel like it's just not it's not you, is it? Like, and I'm like, what am I doing?
I got a silver chain sent to me, right?
Yeah. I like chains,
and I put it on because like one of my mates has loads of tattoos. He's got long hair. He looks sick when he wears jewellery, as you do. I put this chain on and said to my fiance, "What do you reckon?" She was like, "You need to take that off right now. You look like you're going to headbutt me." It just certainly certain people.
But to be the sort of to change the. I don't know, like let's say you've wore the same thing for a couple of years. You do have to, be brave and push it out.
It's true.
And
I feel like it's that initial that's new.
Yeah.
But like if you just kept going with it, eventually people would be like, no, that actually looks.
And that's how fashion changes. Yeah. Like someone's got to be like you said, the trailblazer. David Beckham had to do it first.
Yeah.
And then everyone else eventually joins on, and now it doesn't look silly.
Yeah, 16 years ago. Well, at the weekend, I had my mate's birthday party, and she shared it with two of her mates, right? At their 30th. 14 years ago, we had their 16th joint party. So all the pictures came up on Facebook, like time hop. And
they're the worst, by the way.
wore,
I hate them.
This is the worst thing I've ever worn. When I was 16, I was like, there's going to be girls there, so I've got to look good, right? I've got to look different. So I wore a checked blue shirt,
right?
A tie, and a cardigan.
I can't even
picture. And I was like,
mad.
wait, people are going to come up to me and go, you're wearing a tie, that's sick.
Yeah.
And it was reversible. So halfway through the night, I went and reversed it. And I look back now.
You've done a David Moyes.
Yeah, I am. remember all the emo bands, they were wearing ties. Yeah. I had long hair, I was like, I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm going to do it, and everyone's going to love it. Oh, it's a horror.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. We'll put it on the edit. Like, it's a horror.
You all have them where you, like we said with the picture of the four, like Rio, Rooney. You all have them. You look back and you think, nah, it's just outrageous.
But you've got to do it and see if it works.
I don't think you can avoid that. Like,
it's going to happen.
Always look back on when your era where you think you're dressing the best. You probably end up looking back at it.
So you reckon in 10 years you'll look back at this outfit and think, God.
Potentially, I can't rule that out.
It's
weird, but I can't rule that out. Yeah.
So funny.
Who are you saying top three?
Top three.
I can't choose my third.
Top three. I like Mason Mount, the way he dresses. The English boys I see the most. James Maddison, Mason Mount, and
Reece James dresses quite cool. I put him as my third. Reece James.
Yeah.
He's always injured, so he's always dressed.
Ken, who's your top three? Like best dressed footballers at the moment?
It's difficult because there's a lot of decent. Currently, I'd say I put Memphis Depay up there.
Yeah.
I think
good
he
shout.
Very well.
Good shout.
Just looking
at this. Gonna give Sancho a nod.
Sancho.
Yeah, good shout.
Sancho a nod. And then Maddison's decent.
Yeah.
Maddison's decent.
There you go. Then
I'll give that Maddison a nod. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just looking at that London Fashion Week. Mark Gahey. What is? I don't know what that cardigan he's wearing.
That I don't rate that.
Oh, I think that's not. That's it.
That is outrageous.
I think that's cool.
I don't rate that.
That's outrageous.
What do you make of my jacket today, Lewis?
Yeah, that's fine.
He didn't mean that. He looked away from me.
Look what he's wearing. He's wearing a like dark brown faded into like a luminous blue with like.
Do you think he's a stylist has got him to wear that?
He's obviously none of these have picked their outfits. Yeah. They've all been told what to wear.
What is it that you don't like about that? Because I think he looks cool.
So there's zero that I actually like about him.
Sorry, Mark, if you're watching.
I like Mark. Mark's top.
Yeah.
But if I ever see him again, I would just say, "What are you doing?" I don't know. It's outrageous.
But you didn't rate Declan Rice's at Fashion Week, as you said.
No, but that's more.
I
can get on board with Declan's more because it's like half a decent blazer with just a bit of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Whereas that is like he's never wearing that.
That doesn't.
elsewhere.
I don't really. I actually don't get what he was.
Where?
Where you're
I'm
going.
wearing that. I'm wearing that with a white t-shirt. I can't afford it, but
A white t-shirt, it'd probably look a lot better.
Yeah, maybe.
That subtle things like that would probably change
that's
it.
fashion, boys, isn't it? You don't like it, I like it.
But that is the whole
Yeah.
thing, isn't it? It's literally. That is literally.
I just think if you feel good in it,
ultimately,
That's what makes it the best. Like we all have our go-to, probably 2 or 3, either outfits or tops. items of
Uniqlo,
clothing.
oversized
yeah.
tee, 20
Yeah.
quid done.
Like that's up there. I just bought every colour they had.
I did same. Yeah.
Because they just feel so good, don't they?
Yeah.
They fit really good, and that's what that's what you want really in it. That's what makes you think, oh, I'll stick to these.
What are you wearing on a date?
on a date.
On a date. Depends what the date is.
Yeah,
it depends what the date is. Like if it's a dinner date,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear something completely different to if I'm, going, I don't know, something
it's
active.
difficult. You can't give
Yeah.
one answer. It depends.
But
on
when
where.
I look at like your fashion,
yeah,
yours could go either way. Like
Yeah.
you could go on a date in this.
depending on where it was. Yeah,
Right, what
Yeah.
do you wear on a date?
Um,
Because it's just such a vague question.
see,
isn't it?
I would wear like this t-shirt, but then I would wear like a cardigan or a jacket.
mm.
So I would think if I took my jacket off, I'd look really casual.
Yeah, I hear that.
Smartens you up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you can. There's a way to do both. Last question
Yes.
from me. I'm really excited about this one. You have to answer honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What is the most expensive thing you've ever bought in terms of fashion? So that can it include jewellery?
Can it? Yeah, or like bags, because mine wouldn't be in
Trainers?
clothing.
All right, no jewellery, no bags.
Yeah,
Trainers, you can say.
trainers or clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine's not that.
mine wouldn't be that. Crazy.
Mine's not that bad. Probably it might even be the coat I brought in today, the Canada Goose coat,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it probably is.
which
yeah.
is like $1,000.
Pricey.
Yeah, they are quite pricey,
Yeah.
but it's still one of the best things I bought. So warm, aren't they?
Mm.
They are.
good.
Like I bought a jacket after my first ever wage as a scholar.
Is that what you went with?
A £400 jacket, and I didn't like it at all. It was one of them, like when I was saying earlier, like I bought it thinking I'd like it on someone. As soon as I put it on, I'm thinking, what have I just done?
Really? Couldn't
Yeah.
take it back.
Yeah, no, I couldn't take it back. So that's probably the worst thing I've bought.
Yeah.
and also fairly expensive.
But I do think that happens. You look at like, oh, he looks good in that. I'm gonna buy that, and then you look shit.
Yeah,
I
Ken,
think
what's
that a
your?
lot.
But mine probably a pair of trainers, but not like £500
Yeah, yeah.
Jordans or something.
Nothing crazy. for
That's me though. Like some people. What about you?
Oh mate, I'm not buying anything full price.
Okay,
No.
yeah,
I'm waiting
yeah.
until it's
Smartest thing to do.
on sale. The most expensive, like the trainer, I've got a pair of Dunks, which is probably the most expensive thing I wear. They were bought for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most expensive. No, I know exactly what the most expensive thing I bought was. There was this cool brand. It was like streetwear designer. And it was this massive oversized T-shirt, and it was meant to look like an NFL jersey,
Right.
and it cost me like 75 quid. And this was like 10 years ago, so I was like 18. I was like, I'm getting that. Oh, it was horrendous. It was horrendous. I wore it once, and everyone was like, "What are you wearing?" It was like dress.
That's outrageous. It's just one of them. You just got to accept it. You're going to get stick for whatever you wear, unless you
100%.
stick to very boring shit.
Yeah. That is fashion done. We have completed it as 3 fashionable guys. If you want to ask any more questions, let us know on our socials. And next week, we'll be talking tactics. Thank you. See you then.